voted to leave the European Union,
sparking a global market sell-off.
It was a huge shock overnight as it became clear that the Remain side was losing.
Steep sell-off across the board in every sector.
Volatility has picked up and been elevated compared to last year.
Yes.
So people did expect this. A lot of people, small investors, they're going to say, oh, this is a panic situation. Should I sell?
The UK didn't vote to leave planet Earth. Like, they're still going to be here. They're still going to do business.
The financials will take it the hardest today.
In the past, it's always bounced back.
Stocks around the world tumbling after Brexit. About $2 trillion in value wiped out. And even if you don't own stocks, your wallet could take a hit. Everyday Americans will feel the impact. Fox Business Network global markets editor and host of Mornings with Maria, Bartiromo, goes on the record. Nice to see you.
Hey, Greta.
And what a shocker to many in Britain, but a shocker to the market.
It was a really sharp reaction and a real negative reaction right out of the gate. And look, it just opens up a whole can of worms of uncertainty. And that was really what was behind this major sell-off. I'm not worried, though, Greta.
Meaning what? That tomorrow will be good?
No, not necessarily. I don't know where it is going to shake out. We may very well see a couple more days of multi-hundred-point moves lower because people are trying to figure out what this means for them and for their portfolios. But at the end of the day, I think you want to invest around growth. And at the end of the day, this is going to come up with a buying opportunity at some point. At some point, it could be Monday, Tuesday, I don't know when, but at some point this is going to be a great buying opportunity.
I think for a lot of people, stocks are a luxury. They don't have the money for it, but a lot of people do have mortgages. Is this going to have any sort of long-term impact on everyday American mortgages in any way?
Not long-term, but there is an impact over the near term to mortgages, to 401k plans, to financial services in general. Because the truth is there is a regulatory framework that is the EU. The EU has certain rules for the banks and for all financial services companies, and now with Britain exiting the EU, they're not going to be under that umbrella of financial regulation. They will have to come up with their own regulatory framework. That may change who your mortgage issuer is. That may change the way that bank approaches what you have in place right now. So you could see some tweaks and some changes in terms of your own personal portfolio and your mortgage. I'm not worried about that either, though, frankly, because the UK will figure it out. They will likely come up with rules that are equal to the rules that we see in the EU.
Well, if everything will ultimately work out, it is sort of freakish the way everyone goes into sort of full-scale panic and you see that the markets get so volatile. I mean, everybody went completely nuts, say the numbers are going down, everyone's freaked. I even looked up and thought, wow, it's like, should I be looking at my retirement fund? I mean, but it's freakish. The markets are so volatile.
Well, yeah, and the uncertainty. Investors do not like uncertainty. So here we are.
I mean, if they know it's going to work out better later.
They don't know how it will work out. So when you consider the trade deals, right? So there's free trade going on throughout the EU. Now the UK is going to have to do new trade deals, and we don't know what those trade deals will look like. Maybe it will increase tariffs on certain products. Maybe things will become more expensive for certain markets. So until we get real clarity on what that trade looks like, on what that financial regulation looks like, people say, okay, I'm selling now and I'll think later.
Okay. All right. So, okay, UK is far away from my hometown of Appleton, Wisconsin. Far away. Why do they care what the trade deals are between whether the UK is part of some trade deal or not in the EU?
Because this is one of the largest trading partners of the U.S., and we need to make sure that we have that trade. You're talking about $575 billion annual trade between
how, though?
the
Give
UK.
me an example. Give me, how would it...
Okay, so the UK is a big producer of pharmaceuticals. The UK is a big producer of arms, armament. There's obviously a big producer of services like financial services. All of that is unknown right now in terms of what the new deals look like. And, the unknown just scares people.
Well, the pharmaceuticals is big, and that does affect virtually everybody. But anyway, Maria, thank you very much.
Great to see you, Greta.